Hey guys, it's Boney here, your favorite Deadlock main, and here's how a Deadlock one trick thinks in ranked. I spiked. So in this clip here, our Viper and Reyna just died B long, so I'm expecting a B push. Cypher ults on B long, which confirms they're gonna go B, as Cypher has lurked every single other round except for this one. This means that Cypher's with his teammates, and they will likely try to secure the site. Now, I wait for the Cypher ult. There's no particular reason for it, it's just so I don't get wallbanged from some random place. I throw a random grab net to try to stall the plant just a little bit in order for our jet to get closer. Here, I try to wrap CT to try to play retake with our Sova drone, but Omen manages to TP and kill Sova Heaven. Knowing he only has the Sheriff, I have to try to quickly trade him before he manages to get the Vandal, as this means serious danger for us if we don't manage to kill him. Now, for some mysterious reason, this dumbass has the spike with him, so this means that I can just pressure some of his teammates, as they have to extend very far in order to get the spike, and well, easy ace for me.
That's my duo. That's my duo.
Here's another clip from the same game. Here the enemy's fast pushing, and the great thing about Deadlock is how much stall potential she actually has. I threw the wall down early, and my team is almost already completely on site. I managed to pick off Jet here because she's stupid and for some reason dashes on top of the HUD. And another great thing about Deadlock is look at how many people we already are on the retake. There's like 4 people here. Now, I leave secret so I don't get spammed by the Cypher ult, as I never want to get killed by somebody wallbanging me. That's just wrong. Then I simply clear side, and I actually managed to get the trade on the arena here. Now, notice how the enemies are playing for main? Yeah, well, they must not know that we have Viper mollies. So we just simply molly them off to force them to come out of cover. Easy. Why am I playing with... The boys are doing a fast push C here, and my teammates pranked me saying Killjoy sits back pillar all the time, so I ulted and whiffed. However, this also gives us info that there isn't anybody back pillar. Now after this, I make sure to make the retake as hard as possible with my utility. I place my wall waterfall, and I sonic sensor both the boxes. Now our planter dies, which makes our plant extra unsafe, and I don't want to plant because I know I'm going to get spammed. So what do you do in such a situation? Well, you wait for the enemies to get greedy and capitalize off of that. Alright, chill. What's last? Nice. Now, the good thing about Lotus is that it's made so if a push on any side isn't successful, your team and you can easily rotate to another side. This is thanks to the 2 doors on each side of the map. Basically, if you fail your push C, you can turn your attention to B. And if you fail to push A, you can break the door and go to B. Now, the reason we go C here is because everyone has rotated close to B. So, we know C will most likely be open. Now, I hear Steps close waterfall, so I just end up ulting it for a free kill. Now, another great thing about Deadlock is her grabnet actually gives a lot of info if used correctly. Here you see me throw at CT to confirm that the last person is close CT. So that means I can buddy up with my chamber and get a trade on him if he dies. Easy round. Nice. GG's. So in this clip here, we're going for a B-side take on split, and we're rushing in. Now, the reason the rush actually works here is because the enemy team doesn't really have any util to slow us down. So, since they don't have a sentinel, we're just free to fast push and take site. Now, I wall quickly CT here to give our team a safer time on site. Then, since I know they will likely push heaven, I take a really aggressive position hell to give ourselves an even greater numbers advantage. I get the kill on the clueless guy and immediately reposition, as hell is a really situational angle. You mainly want to play for 1 kill and then reposition. So here I make myself a pain in the butt for them by repositioning. Heaven. Nice last CD. My teammates push 1-on-1 into the Omen like dumbasses, so I'm left in a 1v1 situation now. Omen knows where I am and I know where he is. Now, for some reason, he pops his ult, I think to fake me out, but this also gives me time to reposition to back pillar and gives me the advantage as he doesn't know where I am. So I just wait for him to push side and voila. Here in Haven, there's only really one thing I want to point out, and that is that you can use the ult as cover sometimes and peek off of it. Here you see me use it for exactly that reason, peeking off it and killing Jet and Omen. He's going to the basement, bro. GG, my brothers. The enemies are on eco, which means that they will likely 5-stack push something. As if you don't have the firepower to compete with a full buy, you need to make up for it with a numbers advantage. So me and my teammates take a guess that they're gonna go C, as their comp is really good for C-side push. And well, we were correct, and we just play off each other to get a really easy round win. 120, 120. Nice.
Yo, you want me to suck your
yeah. Here's another clip from the same game. Here I'm playing retake C with only a sheriff to my name and no armor. The easiest way to win retakes is to wait for the enemies to overextend, as without any info gathering abilities, it's very hard to win since you're most likely playing into 100 different crossfires. Their Phoenix overextends a little bit, so I just simply pop him in his head. Now after taking out Jet, I then fake that I'm rotating to CT to get Omen to stop holding the angle with an op, as pushing into an operator is not very fun. Then he does exactly what I want him to do, so I take him out with his back turned to me.
Holy moly, guacamole, bro!
Whenever enemies fast push and you're deadlock, they're not gonna have a fun time. I throw my wall deep A long here just to give our teammates a little more time to help my ass. I play backside here like a scaredy cat because there is no point for me to overpeek into any enemies and get no value. So I just sit back, relax, and let them run into me to get some free kills.
Okay, chill. Deadlock, look, I can take your big in my mouth if you understand.
Little less, bro. Here I call for a fake B as the enemies have over-rotated every single round. I tell my Reyna and Omen to play for dish as they often just leave the site completely open when rotating. The way Fracture is set up makes it really easy for us attackers to create a situation where the enemies are locked into one position, as the 2 lanes on each side converge into one bomb site. Now this is really good as you can often catch over the aggressive enemies lacking, like this Jet here for example. I hear the Jet opping A main, and this means I have a golden opportunity to backstab her, as Reyna is on one side and I am on the other. Now, there isn't any real reason why I pick up the op here, but I felt spicy and wanted a throwback to when I main chamber and basically only used an op, so sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you feel me? Now, here I just hold the angle until I know Breach is dead and that nobody's gonna trade the Breach, because he could have just aftershocked my ass and forced me out of cover, which means I'm probably just dead. Now, here's where the operator really shines. The 2 enemies are separated, which makes it very easy for me to pick off one-on-one enemy. However, I managed to somehow miss the killjoy because I'm a loser and nobody likes me, but hey, we still won the game afterwards, so it doesn't really matter. So in this clip here, my teammate asked me if I want to play aggressive A main, and as the hyper person I am, of course I say yes. Now, I hear Jet pushing through art, which means that they will likely try to pinch us into one position from both sides. Now, this is very bad news for us, so I have to quickly turn my attention to him and delete Jet from the game. Now, right after I delete this Jet, I try to go as fast as possible to help my teammate in the fight. However, he peeks a little early and dies, so it's left for me to trade his ass.
People do not care, bro. Just peek.
Here on pistol round, we decide to do a split on B side, and I wait just a little bit before peeking out of the smoke, as I want confirmation that the person tower isn't peeking us, as that would put us in a really bad crossfire. Now, I throw my wall tower so that I can plant safe without getting shot from behind. And right after planting, I hear a thick brimstone pushing us, so I take him out with a little precise gunplay. Now, a Reno dies backside, and I heard the shots come from deep canteen, so I quietly reposition to catch Ray's off guard and to win us the round. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. Again, guys, you seriously make my day by all the nice comments I get. So thank you so much. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. Anyways, see you guys.